Hey folks, Andrew here. Welcome back to another episode. So today we're going to be shooting my Mamiya 6 and we're going to head out to Long Beach here in Tofino, British Columbia for sunset. My partner Jill helped me record this and yeah, I'm going to show you how I'm shooting, what I'm shooting, and yeah, just my results with this Mamiya 6. I love this camera. It's definitely my favorite camera these days. I don't even think about my Pentax 6x7 anymore. At first I was concerned about shooting square format like 6x6. I was worried about my composition. I think I'm handling it okay. You can be the judge of that, but I think it's going okay. I've been pretty happy with my photos. There's quite a few in here that I'm pretty pleased with. You'll see that. You'll get my comments. But yeah, would love to hear your thoughts, any suggestions, tips for compositions on square format. But overall, the Mamiya 6 is such a fun camera to use. It's so tiny for the size of the negative it gives you. Aperture priority is fantastic, the exposure compensation dial, and one of my favorite features is the auto exposure lock being a half like press on the shutter button. So nice. Also, understatement of the year, so easy to load, which is just so much better than the Pentax 6x7. But yeah, it's just compact, easy to travel with, great results. The light meter is so accurate. Anytime I mess up an exposure, it's typically my fault, never the camera's. So yeah, it's been a joy, other than the squeak, which you'll hear more of. I don't know what the squeak is going on, but other than that, favorite camera, and I love it. So I hope you enjoy the photos I take, and we'll chat to you soon. So once we arrived at Long Beach, I loaded up my Mamiya 6 with some Portra 400. Ejecto Cedo. It was shaping up to be a really nice sunset, and golden hour was just starting to hit. I had my 50mm f4 on the Mamiya 6 and just started walking out, trying to find what might catch my eye. Almost immediately, I see the sun shining through these trees in such a wild way and a couple surfers, so I knew I had to frame this shot up somehow and hope for the best. This definitely turned out way better than I expected, and I think it was the best shot of the night, so all downhill from here. It was so hard to resist the sun coming through the trees. You may notice me point my camera at the ground here. I was shooting in aperture priority mode, and I was taking a reading for the shadows right in front of me. My favorite part of this shot is the hat sitting on the rocks right to the right. I didn't even notice it at the time. I couldn't figure out a shot at this angle. I know there must have been something here because it looks so cool, but we decided to head up this little hill here and take a look from higher ground. When we got up here, it took my breath away. It was gorgeous. I spotted these two surfers putting on their leashes, and I wanted to wait to take the shot until they were entering the water, hopefully just to add to the composition. So as it turns out, it's kind of hard to see the surfers, but you know what I really like? I really like that plant just to the right of them. I felt like anywhere I looked, it was just gorgeous out. Golden hour was really doing its thing. I'm a big fan of the harsh shadows in this shot. It was at this moment our camera woman, my partner Jill, started frothing and just wanted to get into the surf here, and I had to beg her to keep helping me.
The surf has a feral chokehold on my life.
Dangerously close to losing Jill, we decided to head back down and see what else we could find. This water reflection here really caught my eye. At golden hour it was beautiful, it was bright blue against kind of the yellows and oranges, and I really wanted to try to capture it. I'm glad I took a step left for this shot and I was able to capture where the sand and water meet. This person was just standing here at the edge of the ocean, staring out into the abyss, and I really wanted to capture that. I am a sucker for someone coming out of the surf, so of course I had to take this shot. Looking back, taking both of them side by side, it probably didn't make a ton of sense, but you never know. Nothing was really catching my eye, so I decided to try a lens I hadn't tried before. This camera, when I bought it, came with the 150mm lens, which I think is about a 75mm lens equivalent on a 35mm, so I figured I'd give it a go. Almost immediately, I see this person booking it into the water, so I had to take a shot. And I forgot the safety was on. I'm generally happy with this photo. I didn't really know what to expect, and there's a little bit of motion blur, but I think I'm overall happy with it. I like this photo a lot because he's looking at me. I don't know, it just adds to the mystique of the photo, I guess. I think of the last three, this is my favorite shot. I really love how the red board is reflecting in the water and how it turned out. We kept on moving and I found this log that I figured there was a composition here, just had to figure out how. I feel meh about this shot. I do like how you can see the surfers in the back. Just above that log, there was the other side of the hill that we were previously photographing from the top of, and figured we'd come up the back side and see what I could find. It was pretty tight up here, so I switched back to the 50mm f4 lens, which is about a 28mm equivalent, I believe. I really like this greenery on the side of the rock. I knew it'd be tricky to try and capture it, but I knew I wanted something with the ocean and the rock and just the greenery growing on it. I feel like this is becoming a stereotype now, but of course, a surfer entered the frame. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think I captured the greenery on the rock, the tree in the foreground, and then of course the surfer.
Lovely Mamiya 6 squeaking.
Please don't leave any comments about my squeaking Mamiya 6. I'm just pretending everything's alright. The previous shot was my last one on the roll of Portra 400, but it was such a nice night. The only remaining roll I had was some Kodak Gold 200. So of course I loaded it up, and in hindsight I definitely should have shot this earlier in the Portra 400 afterwards, but you live and you learn. Problem solved. I turned down the audio on this clip. You can't hear the squeaking Mamiya 6. I'm really happy with this shot. I like how dark the shadows are on the rock and then the kind of glow coming off the ocean. I really don't think Kodak Gold handled this photo well. All I can think is how much better Portra would have handled it. The jury's still out on if I like Kodak Gold in 120 format. I love it in 35mm, but I'm just not sure about it in 120. Okay, I need to stop using surfers as crutches, but I can't resist.
This camera's hot. I should be wearing oven mitts.
I have no idea what that guy was talking about. Ignore him. I really like this photo. Immediately you're drawn to the log, but as your eyes look around, you can see those people to the left, and I think it makes for an interesting composition. And that was the final frame of the night. Jill and I packed up and headed home. Thanks for watching this far. Really appreciate you.